Welcome everyone to another episode of What's Cooking? My special guest today is Leahs. Leah is a fitness trainer, model, and a culinary chef. Leah is going to share with us a healthy veggie lasagna recipe.
It's great being with you today. Let's have some fun with a traditional lasagna dish that's simple to make for healthy-minded people. Here's the ingredients we are going to be using today. We have 7 ounces of low-fat goat cheese. We're using this instead of the mozzarella and ricotta. If you don't like goat cheese, you can always just use 2% skim ricotta in the traditional lasagna. We have our salt and our freshly ground pepper. We have 1 tablespoon of thyme that we're going to be using, half a tablespoon of oregano, and 1 tablespoon of basil. For our vegetables, we have 2 small zucchini and 2 small summer squash, 3/4 of a cup of diced red roasted peppers, and a 1/3 cup of chopped and deep pitted black olives. And of course, we'll need our lasagna noodles. We are going to be using whole wheat, high fiber noodles. For our pasta sauce, we're going to be using 4 cups of garden style. Try to get sauce that is low in sodium. And lastly, a 1/4 cup of grated cheddar cheese. We're going to start by bringing our lasagna noodles to a boil. So I filled a large pot halfway with water. We're going to put that on medium heat. I'm going to add a little bit of extra virgin olive oil to the water. It just helps with the noodles to prevent sticking. So I have a large mixing bowl. We're going to add the goat cheese, a tablespoon of basil, our oregano, and our thyme. So we're not going to put a lot of salt in this just because the goat cheese already is high in sodium. Maybe about 1/4 teaspoon. We're just going to go ahead and mix everything together. Looks like our water is boiling, so let's add our whole wheat noodles into the water. So we're just using 1 box of whole wheat pasta, lasagna noodles. So we're going to let those cook for about 15 minutes, and we're going to move on to chopping up our zucchini and squash. You can do these 2 ways. You can either slice them the round way, or you can cut them and then chop them up. It's been 15 minutes. You can go ahead and turn the stove off and drain the pasta. That should be good. You have salad tossers or tongs. These make it really easy to take the lasagna noodles out. Okay, now that we have our lasagna noodles, let's start putting the lasagna together. Before we start making our pasta, we want to preheat the oven to 375. The first layer is going to be a little bit of tomato sauce. We're just going to spread it out nice and thin. Our next layer is going to be the noodles. We're going to layer them down so that the edges are layered over the previous piece. Our third layer is the goat cheese mixture that we prepared earlier. Next is our vegetables. Doesn't matter what order you put them in, just going to put the rounds over the cheese mixture. And then you can sprinkle some olives right on top. Just put a little bit of salt to help get the moisture out of the zucchini and squash, and a little bit of pepper. Same as before, just layer the pasta with the edges overlapping on top of the vegetables. Instead of adding the cheese now, we're going to add the sauce. Try to cover all of the noodles so that they don't dry out in the oven. Get your zucchini squash ready and just toss them in. With this layer of vegetables, we're going to add our roasted red peppers. So no olives on the second layer, just the red peppers. Our next layer of cheese, just take a little bit and you're just going to put it down, splattered all around the vegetables. Okay, so I have finished layering with the lasagna noodles. Ooh. We're going to add the last bit of our tomato sauce. Most people use Parmesan. We're mixing it up a little bit with the goat cheese and the cheddar. Go ahead and sprinkle that. All right, now it's ready to go into the oven. You had preheated at 375. This is going to stay in there for about 45 minutes. While this is cooking for the next 45 minutes, we're going to take a brief break and we're going to show you how to do some easy exercises to do at home with no equipment. The basic squat. You can do it anywhere, anytime. Your feet are shoulder width apart. You're going to sit down like you're sitting back into a chair, hold for a moment, and squeeze your legs when you come back up. We're just going to do 5. Everyone at home, we want you to do 3 sets of 15 repetitions. The second exercise we're going to show you is a lunge. You're going to take a wide step. You're going to bring your back heel up off the ground, shoulders back. This knee is going to come down to the ground and back up. Same amount, 3 sets of 15 on each leg. The third exercise is a push-up with alternating leg raises. You're going to do a push-up. You can also do these on your knees. Then you're going to raise your right leg, push-up, left. The last one is a cardio interval. Do as many jumping jacks as you can for 2 minutes. Okay, it's been 45 minutes. Let's go get that lasagna out of the oven. After you've let the lasagna cool for 10 minutes, you can go ahead and cut it. It's ready to be served. This recipe makes 8 servings, and it's a great combination of protein, carbs, and fat. Has about 300 calories per serving, 50 carbohydrates, 15 grams of protein, and only 5 grams of fat. Please visit my website for more information on healthy lifestyle tips and programs, and for a description of the workout that we did with you today outside at leahsantello.com. This is Leah Santello wishing you to be well and eat well.